There we go. Alright. Hi everyone. Sorry for the slight delay. It's still doing it. I don't know what it's doing. Something going a bit strange over there with the game inside of Streamlabs. I mean, the game's running fine, so I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to ignore it. It's fine. It works fine. We're all good. Anyway, welcome. We're a little bit, earlier than usual today. Usually I do the streams at about 8 or 9 in the evening or so, but I thought I'd try it, somewhat earlier today in the day, like at 4, basically, in order to see if it works better for some people. So if the viewership is not really great during the stream, then that actually helps me, because it helps me identify whether, this works well for people or not. But of course, if it doesn't, then that's absolutely fine. We'll put it back to what it was. But anyway, hopefully we'll get people from before coming back in and so on. But anyway, yeah, so we're basically just finishing off the game today. So all we have left to do, and actually we'll do this first. All we have left to do is basically this, the Chamber of Secrets with the Basilisk, then some of the other things that I'm going to show you, which are basically some secrets out of the maps that you don't really ever see, of course, unless you're using debug mode and so on, but people want to see it, so I thought I'd put that in. And yeah, also the dueling we might do, depends how much of it I can tolerate, and then the same with the Quidditch, which we've done half of already, so we're getting there. So yeah, this is really just finishing up this game in the live stream for you guys. And by the way, I want to also say thank you so much for the support with the previous live stream of this, because it did really well. So yeah, also I did try fixing the camera recently, so hopefully I'm a bit more in time now with what I'm saying and things, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, let's see how it goes. Raptor, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. It's good to have you here. And also Jasper, there you go. You managed to make it today. Good to see it. Right, let's do a challenge that I'm personally not that massively keen on. It's an okay challenge, but it's nothing too special. This, but as we're going for 100% in this, we're gonna be going through it. So why not? Whee! It's actually kind of nice doing this at an early point in the day, because I'm more awake. I mean, not saying that I'm not truly awake at night, because I'm still somewhat obviously awake in that, but I'm more alert at this time anyway. It's nicer. But yeah, anyhow, like I said, this time period is really a test to see if it works well for people or not. Because I appreciate that some people can only do quite late times for live streams, and some people can do early times, and some people it's in between and so on. So yeah, it's really just trying to find that sort of sweet point for everyone. Right, we're going the shortcut way, because why would you want to go up that when you could just do this? Do 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 do. Wee. Also, just thought I should actually say that the chat today might be a little bit hidden for me, because I had a little bit of issue, which is why I wasn't on bang on at 4, and it's still there, where Streamlabs is sort of covered over part of my chat. It's really annoying. So yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. I personally blame it on this game, because so far trying to stream this game has been a bit of a nightmare, I won't lie. It's also the fact that you can't tab out of it and do things with it, which is annoying. But anyway, so if I don't see some of your chats, it might be a good idea just for you all to put in the chat again, because I can only see the top half of the chat. So if there's some new stuff at the bottom, I won't see it straight away. So yeah, if I don't respond to you and you leave something for me, then just put it in again and I'll probably eventually see it. Apologies for that. It's just one of those days. But anyhow. It's like speedrunning territory right here. Speedrun of the Gold Wizard Card Challenge, just what I want to do. Exactly what I do with my life. speed run of that. Why not? Hell yeah. In some ways, the main reason why I'm doing some of the like less entertaining bits of this early is because it gives people a chance to get into the stream, because I do appreciate that obviously not everyone appears right at the beginning. So yeah, it'll give everyone a chance to get in. So all they do is miss some of the not quite as exciting bits, which is fine by me. And I know not everyone wants to see these like secret bits. There are a lot of people that do, surprisingly, but yeah. Speed is key. It is key in this one. It's like everything, really. Although I will confess that you don't really need to be speedy in this one, because like the timer just lasts forever. I mean, I actually would find it difficult to fail this, because I don't think you can physically fail this unless you literally are just looking around forevermore. Because look, we're already basically at the very end now, and I've still got just under half of the timer left, which is ridiculous. So only if you're basically doing stuff like here, where you go through those rooms, rather than what I'm doing, which is just using the Spongify tiles. I don't know. Anyway. Cool. Right, that's the end of that bit, so I'll show you all the wizard cards and like their dynamic things. This one's cool. I love that. Oh yeah, you could leave early. Well, I appreciate you leaving work early to come and join the stream. I'm glad you could be here, Jesper. I am indeed glad. Especially as you missed the last one. Although funnily enough, the last one actually was quite an active one, and actually it was a very long live stream, the last one. Nearly made it to 4 hours, which was insane. Barbs, welcome, and you love the challenge. Interesting. See, some people really like this gold wizard card challenge, and then other people like me, you know, it's alright. I think the problem is I compare it to the cut challenge, which I covered in the previous live stream, which is honestly a much better challenge than this. I would have preferred it. Oh yeah, I forgot the fireworks. But yeah, I would have wished that they could have done, you know, something with the cut challenge. Also, ooh, that looks really weird. I want to see if I can get that again. Come on, incorporate. I love the way you can just see the night through the wall. Anyhow, before we leave this, and we're going to do probably some Quidditch just before we do the actual Chamber of Secrets. People really, really wanted to see this entire challenge with debug mode, because, you know, for some reason nobody's bothered to look at it. So, yeah, I thought I'd do that. So, here's something quite interesting that most people don't know. When you first come into this hallway, of course, all of these are covered up, and the like pictures basically are behind them still. So, when you collect the cards and the covers, you know, vanish and you now see the cards, they have to go somewhere, of course. And they made an entire room just up here, here you go, with all the different covers for them. So there you go, there's like a whole entire hallway up here with every single one of the covers. And it goes all the way around. I'm not sure why they bothered making this bit. But anyway, yeah, you can actually walk up here as well. It's quite cool. So there you go. And, you know, they're like proper objects, these as well. It's really neat. It's quite a clever way of dealing with the situation. You know, you just bump them up above. So there you have it. People also wanted to see inside these, because I will admit, what's really cool about this is the fact that these wizard cards, right, are 3D basically. So they're actually kind of like an interactive sort of thing. So if you look through inside of them, you know, there's obviously these flat bits, but obviously if you look outside they look 3D. But go inside, you've got all kinds of cool things. So if you look back here, you know, like there's lots of layers to them as well. It just looks really neat. You know, there's some actual real dedication to the design to this. It's neat. It's well designed. And then in here, you've got like the whole particle effects and things. Also, you can land inside these, by the way, and like walk around in them. It's quite neat. But anyway, I thought I'd just show you around inside these. And these are skyboxes as well, pretty much, by the way. So, yeah, they're pretty detailed things. Also, can you even see the moon, really? You can just about see it, I suppose. Yeah, you can see it. Oh, this room, yeah, the room with all the really cool green gas. I like this. This is so cool. Really like the design of the cards. Yeah, the design of the cards in this, just in general in the game, are really good. Actually, there's something I will say is, even though the cards are not vitally important a lot of the time in most of the games, they are really well designed. They look cool, especially these ones with 3D effects. Funny dedication, simple but cool. Yeah, pretty much. So this one's quite neat because this is actually taking the Slytherin common room design and basically just putting it in the background. Then you got this one, which is just like the outside part. So you can probably recognise the skybox here from Hogwarts grounds. It's like I said, just the skybox stuff there put in place, with then a bit of hedging from the outside of that as well. You know, it's the most simple of things, but it looks really, really awesome. And then there's this as well. And actually, this purple effect here, believe it or not, is actually from the Philosopher's Stone game. And it's from the... basically, you know, the Forbidden Corridor, there's the potion puzzle, where the potions fly around on the table. So, there's actually a purple, like, fire that goes in the doorway beforehand. And yeah, that's this. Neat. And then you've got the chessboard as well from Philosopher's Stone, I might add. Just put there. So, yeah, there you go. They used some cool things in here. The blue effect here is taken from the potions area inside of Philosopher's Stone, because some of the potions have like different colours to them, basically. So yeah, there's that one. This is taken from the Whomping Willow level, and also it's in the Outer Grounds bit anyway. Then there's this one, which is taken from the library in Philosopher's Stone, where you have to sneak away from Filch. So there's that. And then finally, there's this one, which is, once again, basically just the outside area. Although this skybox is a bit weird, because it's huge. It like goes all the way around, of course, the whole thing, rather than... If you look at the other ones, right, they're all very... Oops, they're all confined, right? But this one, it literally is everywhere. It's weird. I don't really know why they did that, but there you go. Also, this bit here, if people are wondering, because obviously you walk through here and you've got like this corridor and then it sort of disappears, right? So, basically, what happens is this bit here basically flies up in the air, and then you're basically just left with that, and then this bit, of course, disappears to show that. Now, there were some areas that I didn't actually walk in a minute ago. Also, there's the skybox of the card. Where is it? So, there's a corridor up here, which... Like, because you can choose multiple corridors on that, right, that you go through. So, where is it? I'll find it. Where is it? So, here's the secret one that I went up, of course, in order to just walk across. But this is what you can go across. See, like you can go through all of these scourge bits here. But like I said earlier, why would you bother when you could just, well, use the shortcut? Saves you way more time. And to be honest, this way just looks messy. So yeah, I mean it exists. There you have it. Right, now there is another. Where is it? Ah, yes, this room's quite fascinating, actually. This room's quite cool. So, where are we? It's down here, isn't it? No, it's not there right now, because obviously I'm doing the challenge, outside the challenge even. So, this room, when you come into it and you cast the Lumos on that, it normally makes the floor disappear. So, what happens is the floor actually goes down here, basically. It spawns underneath this bit. So then you have a nice little gap there where you can use the Lumos bits to get all the way down. So there you go, that answers that question for everyone. There's nothing fascinating about that. This bit, I use this to like spongify myself over there, but there is like this whole bit here that you can walk down and just go across with. Again, I don't know why that exists, but there you go. That room's not particularly fascinating. And then we get to this bit. So I use Spongify all the way across there. But for some reason, and I have no idea why they bother putting this in. They probably changed their minds at the last minute with this. There's all of this. So like, there's all of these corridors that you can walk around. And like, look, you can just walk all the way. All the way along. Through all of these just to get up to the top. It's just really unnecessary. I do think that originally they probably had in mind that you would do this challenge before you get Spongify, so that's why those were there. But then they just scrapped that idea and put Spongify, so of course you have no reason to use those now, but yeah, they're there. And then here's the corridor at the end of the level that you go through. You normally get teleported, so you don't see that bit really. But yeah, there's the entire level for you. And that's pretty much it, I think. Yeah, there's nothing more to show. So there you go. That is the fascinating world. Oh, I guess I could show you this. There's a little room up here. Again, I'm not sure why this room is here, but there you go. I think I'm tall enough to go in it. Hang on. It's over here, isn't it? Try again. It's quite a... Nah, I'm not tall enough. But yeah, so there's that. And of course, there's this room. But there you go. That's really it. So there you go. That's the entirety of the Gold Wizard Card Challenge. There's like all this blocky stuff here. But there you have it. Anyway. Oops. So there you go. That is the Gold Wizard Card Challenge. Oh, and in case anyone wants to see it. Yeah, it's just a general corridor. I'm probably like ruining half the magic for some people, but whatever. Right, so we've done that. Oh, I'm happy to help you, Bobs, with getting the games to work on modern day PCs. And for your information, and we'll keep this between our stream, virtual machines are great and all, don't get me wrong. There's nothing really terrible about them, so to say. But if you want to be able to play the games like I do, which is at higher resolutions and things, without it having severe performance issues, then you're going to want to find a way to do it without a virtual machine. Because if you do it with a virtual machine, there's always a problem. So that's why I don't bother with virtual machines. Also, everyone that keeps saying use a virtual machine for the Half-Blood Prince game, no, it's not a good idea. It makes that game run like crap. So it's not worth it. I mean, in some cases you don't have a choice, because that game, out of all the Harry Potter games actually on PC, that game is by far the worst optimized game of all of them. There's no competition, and it was a nightmare to get that thing to work in the first place. But yeah, that game, for some people, you physically just cannot get it to work no matter what you do, unless you use a virtual machine. And even with a virtual machine, it sometimes doesn't work for people. This is why I don't really want to make a guide, even though people want me to make one for Half-Blood Prince on how to get it to work on PC. Mainly because, yeah, it might work for some people perfectly fine, but then for other people, it just won't work, and I don't have an answer for it. I think it's really all down to the game just running on specific hardware, and that's it. But you know, it's awkward, really, because I want to help people out, of course, make that game work on PC, but at the same time, I don't want to give them a guide and then they just find it won't do anything for them, because what's the point? This is why it's difficult to make guides for the later on games, because they really are dependent on the hardware, and it's kind of out of my control. But yeah, I don't know, I might make a guide on it, we'll see. By the way, that took like pretty much 4 weeks just to record Half-Blood Prince game on PC because of how broken it was. I was trying to do it originally with a 60 FPS actually on the game, but basically a lot of people don't realize this because nobody really knows how to make that game more than 30 frames unless you use the default resolutions. If you use the default ones, it runs at 60. depending on your screen, of course. There's like a whole screen factor in play as well. It's really complicated. But anyway, if you use a hex editor, which is what I do to make the later on games what they are, you know, wider resolutions, better frame rate, stuff like that, you can do that with Half-Blood Prince. You can use a hex editor to make it 60 FPS. The problem is that game physically will not work at 60 frames. It will not do it. If you get to the potion parts, the potions, sometimes you pick them up, they just fall through the floor, and that's it, they're gone forever. And if you magically get past that bit, Wingardium Leviosa, which is also very important in that game, I might add, doesn't work. You cast it, it won't do anything. So you can't physically play that game above 30 frames without a serious issue, and nobody's ever going to be able to fix that. So yeah, there's not a lot you can do about it. It's a pain in the ass. It's a really, really bad port. When I say it's bad, I mean it's bad. It is dreadful. It's a disgrace, really. He is a wizard. By the way, sorry if I'm getting late to the chat. I mentioned this earlier, but I'll mention it again. Streamlabs, which I'm using to stream things, today with the game, and it's only ever done this with this game, and I think it's because you can't alt tab out of this game, and it's just stuff with like the general window size and that. It's covered part of the chat, so I can only see the top part of the chat. So if there's quite a lot going on down at the bottom of the chat right now, like late messages that have just come in, I can't read them, so you might need to push them up a little bit. But I'll get to them, of course, when they bump up, but just bear that in mind. Sorry, there's really nothing I can do about it, but yeah, I'll mention it again in case people didn't know. You cried when it worked. I mean, most people get quite happy emotionally when they actually see this game work. It's nice. It's one of the, well, it is the best Harry Potter game, right? I'll quickly catch up on what I can see of the chat, and then I'll carry on, by the way. A youth sentiment. I agree with that. This is my childhood, my teenagehood, and my adulthood, this game. Yeah, I will admit, Barbs, I don't know about the puzzles, so to say, although I would say that the potion puzzle in this, where you have to like choose what doors open and close, is quite clever, but I would say that the secrets in particular in some of the levels are really clever in this. Especially Spongify, which we did last episode. People were quite amazed by that one. Even found one that people didn't know about. So there you go. Also, hello Orange. I don't know how long ago you said that, but welcome to the stream, man. It's great to have you here. Anyway, that is currently all I can see of the chat, so if there's more, I'm sorry, I can't see it right now, but it'll bump up, so I'll eventually see it. Anyway, what we'll do is we're going to do some of the Quidditch, and then we'll go and do the Chamber of Secrets level. Now, the good thing is we've already covered some of the Quidditch anyway, which is great, because the Quidditch in this game is terrible. It's really, really bad, but yeah, it's just really getting it out of the way as quickly as possible, so that's what we're gonna do. So we'll do a bit of Quidditch, we'll do a tiny bit of dueling. I don't know if we'll do all the dueling in this episode, because I'm not sure I can be bothered, but yeah, we'll do the Quidditch. But we're going to finish this game today in this live stream, so this will be the end. Also, did you guys actually know, and you can see an example of it right now. Oh yeah, I forgot you can't do Quidditch right now because of that bollocks. But yeah, the Fred and George stuff I was going to say actually doesn't appear when you've got the Chamber of Secrets level, so yeah. I also forgot that this doesn't appear, which is super annoying. Oh well, I was going to do some Quidditch, but that is now scrapped. Did I? No. Okay. You know what? Seeing as I haven't been up there, makes this trip outside worthwhile. Also, in case you didn't hear it earlier, if you came in late, I'm going to be finishing off the game in general, but I'm also going to be doing some stuff which is really cool, actually I'm looking forward to, because a lot of you have asked for it, which is showing you some of the levels that you just see in cutscenes and things during this, like especially at the beginning with like Diagon Alley and stuff. I'm going to show you guys what those maps look like and what they're sort of holding as a secret outside of the maps in debug mode, so we're going to look at that at the end of the game as well. That way then you guys get what you want, because some of you wanted to see that, so I will show you it. Basically just show you some of the secret maps that you don't really get to see much of, because this is just meant to be showing everything for everyone, so there you go. Right, I guess we're going to have to go and do the chamber because I can't do Quidditch right now, so let's do it. Oh, also, I did mention it before, I'll quickly fly up and mention it again, because I know there'll be some people that probably weren't around last time. So, in the Quidditch, let's try that again. In the Gryffindor common room, there's the door that you normally can't go through, but if you use debug mode, you can go behind it and you access the secret challenge that was cut from the game. So myself and another content creator, we spent the time basically sitting down and figuring out what we could do to make the door open. And we managed to succeed, and we got the code that works now to make this door open. So if you're playing the game, like right now for me, and you walk up to it, the door will open just like normal. You walk in and you can go straight to the challenge. And it will be like that for the whole game, so you don't have to use debug mode. It's taken years to get that, by the way. But anyway, we figured it out. We basically decided that we wanted to, of course, try and get that to work anyway for the whole HP community. That was like the whole point of it, was to try and make it as easy as possible for everyone to access, whether you're like not really a, I guess, coder or a debugger or anything. We really want to make it as simple as possible for everyone. So anyway, that's what we're doing here. And if you go down in the description of the video, or the live stream I guess right now, then there is a link down there. I made a guide that walks you through exactly what you need to put into your game files in order to make that work. It's a really simple thing to do. It will take you seconds, and then you will have that access basically to that challenge forevermore. So if you want to be able to play this challenge just like that, then you can do it. Also, I will warn you, if you want to play this challenge, you need to learn every single spell beforehand. So make sure you do that and then come and do the challenge. But yes, if you're interested in doing that, it is down in the description of the live stream. Right, let's go and do the chamber now. I like the way you just get a black room for Richest Emperor. Alright, that'll do. In we go. Alright, here we go. Chamber of Secrets. Also, while this is moving up, I will catch up on the chat that I can see. Did you already go into the chamber? I have not been into the chamber yet. No, Orange. We're about to go and do that now. I was just doing some of the like secret stuff beforehand, or the secret gold wizard card challenge level. So, yeah. Oh, hello. Welcome to the stream. D12. Very interesting name. It's like a bit of code. I've seen a fair bit of code in my time. It's nice to see a bit of code in the live stream. But anyway, yeah. Oh man, yeah, updates to the game. That would be great. Honestly, if they release these games on Steam or GOG, I mean whatever really, they could seriously fix these games, all of them. It would make life so much easier. It really would, because they're a pain in the arse to play on PC for the most part now. And yeah, I have to agree that personally it would be nice if updates existed back in the days, but yeah, that never happened unless you're on a console course and you had like the Xbox 360 for example, or the PS3 for the later Harry Potter games. Even then they didn't really update them much, so there you go. Harry Potter is the past, present and future. It's everything. You cannot say that Harry Potter 2 is ever left in the past, because it's not true. Should we? You know what? Let's make this a bit more fun. This cutscene, because why not? Let's bring a gnome into the. Oh, I would just like to make this a little bit more entertaining for you. Let's enjoy the cutscene with a gnome. This is gonna be great.
What do you want this time?
Oh.
To ask you how you died.
You're the first one who ever asked.
I can't take this seriously.
I died in this very storm. I remember it so well.
There's a chocolate frog as well somewhere.
And I was crying.
Oh, there he is.
Because Olive Hornby had teased me about my glasses. Then I heard somebody come in. They said something odd in a different language, I think. It was a boy speaking.
Was it speaking gnome language by any chance?
So I locked the door to tell him to go and use his own bathroom, and then I died.
Where was this boy standing?
Over there by the sinks. One of them has never worked, not as long as I've been here.
I wonder if that's where the entrance to the chamber is. Open! Open! That's not working. Maybe if I try passing some. Open! That's got it.
Why don't you just throw the gnome at it? I'm sure it'll do enough damage to open the chamber. See, it just looks so stupid. There's just this poor creature like, please help me. Look at it.
Got him. He was packed and ready to go.
That's a gnome.
It's the entrance to the Chamber of Secrets.
It's the entrance to the gnome's chamber.
Leading me. Cheers, boys. Have to go warm up my broom.
You're not through yet. Down you go.
No!
Come on, Harry. This is it. I know.
Oh, I feel so sorry for the gnome. You know what? We've got to finish this off properly. You're coming with us, buddy. I think I've just killed him. Is he still here? Oh, he is. Hey, buddy. I won't spawn down here or else it'll spawn me straight in the chamber. I just want to see if he gets up and walks around quickly. And while I'm waiting for him to do that, I'll just catch up in the chat a bit. That's just made that cutscene 1,000 times better. Oh. Ah, Ron Weasley's Ford Angler is here. Hey, it's good to see the Ford Angler has made it back. Welcome back, man. And yes, so sorry if you did wait around on Thursday, by the way, or anyone. I did leave an update on my community tab page. I do say check that all the time, and you'll be up to date with when I'm doing streams and so on. So yeah, on Thursday yesterday, something came up, so I had to cancel the stream on Thursday. I was originally going to do it yesterday, but I couldn't make it work. So instead we're doing it today, and actually it's quite good because we now get to see if it works properly for everyone, like doing it at a slightly earlier time. So yeah, apologies if you did wait on Thursday for that. I'm very sorry about that because yeah, I wasn't going to be doing it. But like I said, in future, check my YouTube community tab page. You will be up to date all the time in there from when I'm doing a live stream and so on. So keep an eye on that. Yeah, I mean, that's probably right, Orange. Like I said, if I'm going to get a bit behind on the chat today, it's because of what Streamlabs has done. So I am so sorry if I'm behind on the chat today. It is literally all to do with what's happening to your Streamlabs screen. And if I could, I would even show you what Streamlabs is doing. But of course, I can't because you can't alt-tab out of this game. So, yeah. Well, anyway, I will still respond to it. I just might be a bit behind. Also, by the way, I said at the beginning, I did something to my camera now. So hopefully, I look a bit more in time than what I used to look. Let me know if you think it looks more in time and I actually look like I'm speaking the words when I'm saying them. I'm trying to make the camera work a bit better. It's really It's like an old camera basically, but it's not cooperating much with me. But you know, let me know what you think. Can go and get coffee and get a drink and come back and so on and go to the toilet. Yeah, you probably could, to be fair, Jasper, and an answer. You know, this game has been... It's interesting. Every single stream we've done of this game, there has been a problem with streaming it. The first one, it was to do with it not maximising on the screen properly. The second one, it was to do with the audio not going through the headset properly and instead coming out of the speakers for no apparent reason. And then this one is now covering up part of the chat. This game is cursed when it comes to live streaming, I swear. Whereas playing The Prison of Azkaban, not a single problem. But there you go. Anyway, let's carry on.
Harry, there's something up there.
I feel faint. The adventure ends here, boys.
Run!
Say goodbye to your memories. Obliviate!
Ron! Are you okay? Ron! I'm here! I'm cool! Don't Harry! Wait there with Lockhart. If I'm not back in an hour... Anyway, see you in a bit.
You know, the thing is with Ron there, I wonder how they recorded that voice line. Did they literally just get someone to sit on Ron's face? Like the person who was doing the voice acting for Ron, and then went, yep, okay, say the line. I question it a bit. Also, Bobs, I remember you saying a while ago that you... I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was you, wasn't it? You said a while ago that you had somebody who you knew that was working at Warner Brothers or Avalanche Studios, basically, on the new game, Hogwarts Legacy. Do you have anything to share potentially on that front? That'd be really cool if you do. As it's been extremely quiet, of course, for a while now, so it'd be very interesting to know if there is anything that you do know about that you could share. Obviously, don't share anything that will get you in trouble. That's not what we're here for. But, you know, if there is anything cool that you can share, please do. We're all here. Right. Let's go. I'll tell you what, doing the Chamber of Secrets stuff here in this game is so much more bearable than in the PlayStation 1 version. God. The PlayStation 1 version is pretty horrendous at points, especially with the troll section. Like, obviously, I don't know how many people have played the PlayStation 1 version of Chamber of Secrets, but oh my days. Okay. I think I just broke the lift. Why is it moving so slowly? Is it gonna go back to normal? Oh, there we go. What did I just do to that lift? Anyway, yeah, so there you go. I just broke a lift. I didn't realise Harry was capable of doing that. Oh yeah, arachnophobia. Get in there. It's interesting how that one... You know what, I want to get a closer look at this. It's cool how this one's got a slightly different design to the others. Like, if you look at the others, they're really thin legs and that, right? And then you look at this fella and you're like, what a fat... Look at him, he's a fatty, that one. Really fat legs. Super fat. But I don't think his head's any different or anything. It's, no, the body looks pretty much the same. Anyway, anyone who's got arachnophobia, you're welcome. Oh yeah, I love the way in this game, hang on, let's just kill these two. I always forgot about this, that they actually twitch the spider's legs when you kill them. Look at this, it's so cool. I love the way they're just twitching. It's just attention to detail. That's what I love about old games. They always have attention to detail. Can't say the same for modern day games all the time anymore. Some of them do, but a lot of them don't. It's sad. Whee! Oh god, it's this bit. Go. Oh, so I'll mention this now because I think it's quite amusing. So I have a friend of mine who I optimized this game for on his PC before I made that guide a little while ago for this game and how to make it work on modern day Windows. So basically, he runs all of his games on 120 frames at 2K. So obviously with these older Harry Potter games, and to be fair, the newer ones, you can't go above 60 frames, or in some cases, like with, you know, Half-Blood Prince, you can't even go above 30 frames. But yeah, we tried to get this game to run at 120 frames on it, and my god, some of the things that will happen with that. Yeah, I'm gonna make it very clear right now, this game will never work at 120 frames ever, unless somebody creates some incredible patch for it, which they won't. But so that bit there where the doors were shutting like that, basically imagine that speed that you just saw but times 10, so all the doors were just going like this up and down super quick. It's like we actually tried to see if we could make it through them when they were like that. Absolutely impossible. In fact, I'll go back there in a minute. I'll speed up the game speed and see if that I think it will do it. I think it will make them go really quick. I'll have a look in a minute. But yeah, oh man, it was fun. Certain things in the game were just completely unplayable at that frame rate. It was great, absolutely great. What I'm going to do, by the way, chat, is because of the screen obviously being partially covered on the chat, I'll go through to the end of this level, and then before I show you around the level, I'll read up on the chat and catch up on it. But as it's mostly covered up, I want to let it, you know, go up a bit. So I actually get some new messages to read on it. Why is it not letting me focus on that? Kill them. Kill them. The beauty of Harry Potter. Exterminating creatures. Exterminate the vermin. Wait, where did the other pixie go? What? Where is it? I'm so confused. Where the hell's the other pixie gone? What? Is it in here? No. What? Where is it gone? I literally just saw the other pixie a minute ago and I didn't stun it and kill it. Oh, there he is. What? What? Where was it? It wasn't behind me, was it? It couldn't have been behind me. What the hell? How? What? I'm so confused. How did you do that, Pixie? Explain yourself. Okay, that's just blown my mind. Oh, I forgot these things are here. Ah! Jesus. You want something scarier than the prefects in the PlayStation 2 version? It's these things. Horrifying things. Although I will admit, if you're playing the PlayStation 2 version, and you're doing the nighttime segments, and you just have like some of the parts, right, where you got the like basically the nighttime segments, they make it all quiet, right, so that you can't hear anything other than just Harry walking around. There's no like real music. There's a bit of music in the background, but it's really faint. And then if you get seen, all you get is super loud music playing, and then just all these prefects screaming at you, "Hey you!" just running at you, trying to attack you. It's actually terrifying. You never thought that Harry Potter could be a horror game. I'll tell you what, the PlayStation 2 version nailed the horror genre. Mate, that was the true horror game series, way before we had things like Amnesia and that. Anyway, for those of you that are wondering what he lands on, this is what he lands on. So yeah, there you go. Anyway, I'm going to quickly just debug myself all the way back to the beginning of the level again, which is over there. And then I'm going to catch up on the chat quickly before I go through the secret stuff. So we'll start up there. Okay, right, let's catch up on the chat. Oh, the first thing I see, poor gnome. Poor gnome, eh? Yeah, the gnome was a little while ago now. Proves how quickly I get to the chat. Oh, this is really one of those streams where the chat's just gonna be all over the place, but that's fine. We'll deal with it. Hogwarts gnome, sweet gnome. Oh god, the red cap. For those of you that were not present in the Prisoner of Azkaban live streams I did before this, it's like this meme that I've now created, and there are a few people that have spread it around. So if you didn't know, there are these enemies in that game called red caps, and they're like little goblins with like baseball bats that walk around beating up children for some reason. But anyway, the one thing that they do, well, there's a lot of things that they do, but the one thing they really seem to do is at random points they'll just start twerking at you. They literally just turn around, do a full-on twerk for no apparent reason, as well as throw shit at you. That's a thing as well. But anyway, so yeah, we've now created this meme out of these creatures called basically the red cap twerk police force, because there are sometimes like versions of them where they all come with like riot shield things. There's like a force to be reckoned with. So yeah, it's become a bit of a meme at this point. I'm surprised no one's actually made like a little clip of that and just made it into something very strange. They probably have, I just haven't seen it yet. I'm still also surprised nobody's made an out of context Twitter account of me yet. And if you have, then please do send it my way. Always fun to see those sort of weird things. But yeah, that'll update everyone on that joke. You think that they were just talking with hands over their mouths? I don't know, I think I'm going with the whole they just got someone to sit on the wrong voice actor's face in order to say that. But your way is probably the accurate way. I just think the other way would be more funny. A mouthful of food? The thing about that one is it would be more obvious, because you would probably hear like the food moving around in their mouth while they're speaking. So I'm not sure about that one. Oh, yes, we've got an update from Barbs. I can finally see your message. I don't even know when you sent it, but I can finally see it. So, working on landscape design for the game. That's cool, actually. That's cool. That's like the area of game design that I really like. It's like the level design and things, right? Which is why I'm showing off the stuff, but yeah, it's a big one for me, that. Also, you should ask him at some point, because I'd be more than willing to talk to him about, you know, just the general game and game design and things. And of course, I know he can't reveal everything. That's perfectly understandable. But if he's ever interested in talking to anyone about the game, or just generally talking about the Harry Potter games in general, then yeah, I'll be more than happy to talk to him. So yeah, if he's interested, Barbs, that would be pretty cool, actually. That would be awesome. I always love talking to game developers when I get the chance to, and yeah, it's interesting. I'll let you all on an insight, but I won't talk much about it. But when I went for a job interview at Guildford, it was a little while ago now, basically I met some of the people that worked on the Harry Potter games there. They don't work on them anymore, of course, and they work in a different studio. But when they were working with EA, they were working on the Harry Potter games, so I basically got to talk to them about the Harry Potter game designs and things. And yeah, so I know about some of the stuff that never made it into the games and why certain changes were made to some of the later games and so on. But of course, I can't say any more than that. But yes, it was pretty cool. So yeah, anytime I get to talk to the devs is always a cool thing, and it's the same with like any other game as well. It's just really awesome because, you know, I've been in their sort of shoes like at uni developing games and things, and obviously I want to try and be in the games industry at some point myself. But yeah, it's always fascinating designing games and looking at them and so on. So it's cool when you get to talk to people that make it. And of course, it's a friendly chat as well. You know, it's not like I'm gonna, it's not like I'm gonna put them on the spot and go, right, this is an interrogation. I want you to tell me every single little detail about Hogwarts Legacy, all of it. You can't hide any of it from me. It's not gonna be like that. But yeah, I know some people that are quite aggressive about, you know, knowing stuff about games that aren't out yet and so on. But I mean, that to me is just shitty practice, and I hate people like that, mainly journalists that like to do that sort of thing. I prefer it when you're just a bit more casual talking to them and so on. It's just more nice, you know. It's a much better way of doing things. So yeah, I like being casual with those sort of things. It's just fun. Also, teasing is good fun too. Some spiders require 3 attacks. Yes, that's in the... Is it 3 attacks or is it 2? I think it might have been 3 actually. In the Forbidden Forest bit, there's like 2 spiders in particular in one bit that required that. And obviously down here they require 2 attacks, pretty much all of them, so yeah. Yeah, you make a very good point there, Jasper. I don't care how late this comment has come through, but it's a very good point. Didn't the spiders run away from the basilisk? Yes. Yes, they did. That's why it makes no logical sense for them to be here. But, you know, I'm not going to question it. Anyway, let's spawn in here and show you some cool secrets. So this is where you start off the level. Obviously, Harry starts off like about here. But yeah, so here you go. So you can walk down with Harry. It looks a little different in the cutscene. And, of course, he doesn't lose health there. It's alright, we've got a ton of potions. So there you go. And yeah, here you go. There they both are. Bear in mind that they're supposed to supposedly be under rubble, but there you have it. They don't say anything or do anything, they're just standing there, and in the case of Lockhart, he's just blinking constantly. But yeah, there you have it. And this is like a proper solid object, of course, as well, so you can't just walk through it. So there you have that. So there you go. Right, I don't think there's tons of secrets to show off in this level, to be honest, because there isn't, other than what I've already found for you, which is the actual secrets. But whoa, careful with that. Keep forgetting about that hole sometimes. There's really not too much to show off here. All those arachnophobia fans, there's some twitching for you. Oh, I love making arachnophobia's lives even more painful. It's great fun. Right, oh yeah, I was going to show you this. So, I hope this will work. Let me, okay. There we go. So, so when I was talking earlier about putting the game up to 120 frames, and you know, the speed is really quick, that is what it looked like. This bit. That's how quick they were going. So yeah, that's how difficult it was to try and get through that. I'm not even going to attempt to right now because I'll just die. But yeah, we did try that. We actually made it one time. There you go. That's what it looks like. It looks horrendous if you put it to 120 frames because it just looks like that. Anyway, yeah, so I thought I'd show you that because at least you get some idea of what it actually would look like if you tried it. But anyway, it was good fun. All in the name of fun, right? I love that. You gotta love a bit of untextured door that just rolls in front. So there's that. Anything else worthwhile? I mean, there really isn't anything else particularly worthwhile, I don't think, here. when you get to these later on levels, everything is kind of just there for you. Somewhat more of the earlier levels that you have a lot more secrets for. Oh, it's not this one, is it? Let me just check. No, it isn't this one. The next level, when we get to the end of it, I'm just going to show everyone this because there are so many people that question this, and I want to clear it up for everyone because everyone keeps questioning it, that they get to this next Chamber of Secrets part, like part 2, and when you look at the main menu for the secrets with the key, they basically say that they found all the secrets that they thought they found in the level, but then they actually somehow haven't found all of them. So I want to clarify that and make that very clear. So, saying about it right now, basically, okay, let me show it. So, it says there are 4 secrets, of course, in this level, right? Now, I want to make it very clear from the start and the get-go here. There are not 4 secrets in this level. There are 3 secrets in this level. But I will make it clear as we go further on, and I will even show you in the debug mode that it's impossible for there to be more. Ooh, don't shoot your fireballs at me. No, don't cast at the freaking cauldron. Ah! Aim at him. Oh, I hate it where it sometimes doesn't focus on the imps. It's super annoying. Yeah, don't bite me. I wonder if I could kill him. Oh, I like killing imps. It makes me feel happy. They're so annoying as it is anyway. Let's just open that. Do 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 do. Lumos. Whee. I can already hear them charging up their fireballs. There's a random pixie in here for no apparent reason. Still don't understand that to this day. So here's one of the secrets, of course, although I would like to add that I think, and I'm going to explain it at the end properly, but I think I know what the 4th secret was. Because if you come up here for these secrets, right, if you go in this one, it counts as a secret, okay? So you can see, well, actually, it counts as 2, alright, fair enough. Really? I didn't think it did. Unless something I put on fixed it. Ah, screw it, we'll find out at the end. I'll be surprised if I did fix it with something. Yeah, maybe I did. I don't know. We'll find out. But I know it's a common problem for everyone, so we'll look into it. Flipendo. Ribbit. Hi, snail. Can I... He's in a bit of a terrible spot. Sometimes you can kill multiple snails at once. Actually, let's let him come over a bit. Oh my god, the speed. It's like he's playing freaking Burnout Paradise. No. Go over, go on. Alright, cutscene, kill 2 of them, go on, do it, quick, yeah! Sorry, I like killing these snails because it's just fun, but anyway, yeah, it's kind of cool doing that. You can kill them anyway, just like that, and yeah, goodbye. Don't you just love hearing snails like scream to their deaths? I sound like a psychopath in this game. Defender. Oh, by the way, you don't actually have to go around and do this part that I'm doing right now for this section. You can actually completely ignore it. Completely. So, if you want, you could just completely skip this whole bit, cast Lumos at a secret area, which I'll show in a minute, and then just go across that way. But the problem is, if you do that, you miss out on the wizard card. So the only purpose in doing that is if you're just trying to do a speed run of the game. But I'll show you the Lumos thing in a minute. Just waiting for this. Okay, right. Come on, I know it's fascinating looking at a wizard card. Right, so in this section, instead of going all the way around like I did, if you want, you can just come here, do that, and then do that. And then basically you can just use the Lumos like this to jump your way across. And do that. So you don't need to actually go through all the painful process of getting that. So if you're doing a speed run of the game, as some people like to do, that's a speed run tip for you right there. Yeah. Also, see those lives that are coming out there? Did you know that they are shaped in the same way as the Philosopher's Stone's live counter? Not the Chamber of Secrets. Don't say I don't give you all the little secrets that you wanted to see. You asked for this in this series, so you're getting it. Right. Oh yeah, the Indiana Jones part. Here we go. No. Indiana Jones. Go, go, go. Raiders of the Lost Chamber. Yeah. Thing is, that boulder is like nowhere near me as well. Like, I could literally stop at the end and show you how far away I am from that boulder. Yeah, look. You ready? There you go. Feels super intimidating, doesn't it? And boom. It doesn't even hit you there. That's the funny bit. Still a cool section. I like that section. Oh, I heard a charge up of arse fire. Because that's basically what it is arse fire. How else are you supposed to try and identify it? Shooting flame out of arse? I mean, even the voice actor had trouble, like, you know, Lockhart in this, where he was just like, it shoots flame out of its, I'm not allowed to say arse inside one of these, like, kids' games, am I? I feel sorry for them. I mean, I want to know what really was on the minds of the person when trying to create these creatures. Truly, I would like to know. Right, let's take these two out quick. So, oh, there we go. Obviously, if we go up there, that's the way forward. But I thought I'd show this little way anyway, just because people don't normally see it. So, here you go. It's just a secret way to get you back up. Anyway, so here's what I wanted to explain before I show you around the level. If you look at the main menu now, you can see the secrets. It says 3 out of 4, right? 3 out of 4. We have collected every single secret in this level. We've collected all of them. That is a mistake. So that answers basically why everyone's constantly saying to me, why is it that, you know, I always find all the secrets in this level, but it always says 3 out of 4? It's because there are only 3 secrets. However, what I was saying earlier about what I think was meant to be the other supposed secret, but then they just either didn't program it in properly or forgot to do anything with it, was probably around here. And it's either from casting Lumos to get through this doorway, or I believe, and it always strikes me as something that feels like there should be something there. So I feel like they were going to put something behind this wall, but they never did. So anyway. Yeah, the ultimate question that everyone asks me about that, there's your answer. That is the reason behind it. It is a secret that doesn't exist. It's cut, effectively. So there you have it. Right, what I'll do is I'll go back to the beginning of the level again. I'll read some of the chat, and then we'll carry on. I have no idea how far the chat's gone at this point. It's probably flown through. Anyway, let's have a look. Also, welcome to the stream, Jake, by the way. Sorry if you said anything earlier and I didn't see it. And again, if I'm missing some of the messages, I am sorry. Also, I can't scroll through the chat anyway right now because of the game, so... Yeah, if like I mentioned at the beginning, if I don't see your comment or you ask me a question or something and I don't respond to it, then just write the comment again. I will eventually see it. We're having a bit of a chat issue today, but it's okay. I will eventually see it. The imps didn't make you rage quit. I mean, yeah, it's true, I suppose. Still annoying. Wow, I can tell how quickly I'm catching up with the chat. I'm reading a comment about the prefix saying, hey, you. I said that a while ago. Oh, man. Yeah, that'd be cool, Barbs, if he's up for it. Then, yeah, if he wants to talk about it either before the game has come out or after the game's come out, but whatever it is, that's fine. I'm totally flexible, whatever, you know, he wants to work with, really. And also, it doesn't have to be a thing where we talk in a live stream and so on. If he doesn't want it to be like that, and it's just like a general chat, like, you know, like I would chat with somebody over Discord or something, then that's absolutely fine. You know, I totally respect privacy of these sort of things. So if that's the way he wants to go about it, that's absolutely fine. But yeah, it's entirely up to him. You know, I'm totally flexible with it. And of course, don't feel like he has to do it. He doesn't have to. It's entirely his choice. Yeah, it's funny, Orange. There is quite a lot of fascination in the development of these games, but of course, you can't say everything about these things, and you know, I can say that I know things about the developments of these games, both the old and the new ones, but I can't say tons about them. It's just the way it goes. What I can say though, because it's out in the public domain now, although I'd like to add it never should have been there, and I don't know who actually did leak it out properly, but fair enough. The preview build, or one of the preview builds anyway, of this game on PC is out in the public domain now. I don't know if it's been taken down yet. It probably hasn't, but yeah, so you know, you can play a preview build of this game, and actually I have the preview build of this game, and there's a possibility I might stream it at some point for you all, not as an actual like play through the game sort of thing, maybe like in places for that, just to show off some of the differences in spots, but primarily to show you some of the cut levels as well as some of the just general changes to certain level designs and things throughout that preview build. I don't want to show off too much of the preview build because, to be honest, probably we shouldn't be showing that off, which is fine, I understand that, but anyway, it's just really to show you certain tiny differences pretty much, or just levels that could have been in the game. And I think, you know, the interest is there for that. I know people were interested by it when I mentioned it before, so I probably will. I'm not going to do it for a little while yet, but I probably will. And I'll make it clear as well that if I do that live stream and there's a request for me to take it down, then I will take it down. Because obviously, you know, if it's not meant to be there, it's not meant to be there, and that's that. But hey, you know, I'll put it there if people want to see it and see what happens. But like I said, I'm not going to play through the whole game because there's no point. It is different playing through the whole game, but I don't think that's the right thing to do with that sort of thing. So it's really just going to be showing you stuff. So intimidating. Thank you. Only worked on the most recent game. That's fine. Yeah, that's absolutely fair enough. And yeah, you know, whatever's what. It works, Barbs. And of course, I've only just seen your message saying that you've got to go. So I'm sure you've probably gone by now. But anyway, I will say it either way. Thanks for coming out, by the way, Barbs. And yeah, well, if you watch this back, then yeah, it'd be cool to see your friend for anything in regards to the game. So thanks for sticking around, though. Feels so awkward being behind in the chat today. It really does. Heaven for acrophobias. Yeah, literally. I love making it a little rough. Also, by the way, welcome Robert to the stream. Oh, this is really awkward. Every new person that comes, I have to basically explain every time that the chat is completely broken. And you know what? It would make my life so much easier, guys, if somebody new comes to the chat. Can you explain to them that the chat is somewhat broken, so I might not see their message for a while? It would make life a lot easier. Again, sorry about that problem. Speed is just death. Yeah, it's true though. It really is true. That speed that I showed earlier with those up and down things was just hilarious. Anyway, let's show you around some of the secrets of this level. There's not much, again, other than watching a poor, well, arse fire crab, I guess we should call you, fire out his fire everywhere. So there you go. That's their claustrophobic life now. Forever trapped there. There really is nothing to show in this level particularly, other than what I've already shown you. It's just like I said, the later on levels, they're just built really, and for the most part they're built for obvious reasons, because you know they're built. They're also done at the last part of the game anyway, so you can't really expect them not to be built. But yeah, there you go, there's the chase sequence. Looks pretty cool, I suppose. And there's the rock, which actually has Flipendo on it. And if you're wondering why it has Flipendo on it, because I know people have asked this in the past, the reason that rock has Flipendo on it is because it's a reused asset from the Philosopher's Stone game. So if you remember, if you played it, the Philosopher's Stone game, that you have to go and find fire seeds for Hagrid. There is a section where you need to, well, there's multiple sections really, where you need to push these big giant stone boulders out of the way. And that's the stone boulder that you push out of the way, and you push them out of the way with a Flipendo. So that is why that looks like that. And before you ask, no, you cannot use Flipendo on it. But yeah, that's why it's there. There's a lot of reused assets, alright? What can I say? Anyway, that's pretty much all there is to this level to show off, because it's a built level, like I said. There's just nothing particularly secret outside of it. So there you go. Alright, moving on to the actual part of the chamber. Now before we start this, I want to show everyone this. And I'm not going to show you it properly while we're in the boss fight, because, well, I'm going to be doing the boss fight. So that's why I'm going to show you it now. So obviously you've got the chamber itself, and you go through this bit, and of course this is the boss fight area. Oh, actually, while we're here, so the thing you have in this boss fight is you have phase parts to the boss fight. You fight him coming out of the statue mouth first of all, and then you fight him coming out of these like grates basically. So when he comes out of the grates and you attack him or whatever, and he goes back down into the grates, he obviously has to go somewhere. So he obviously goes down these bits, but then he vanishes. I say he, alright, the snake vanishes. So where do you think the snake goes? Well, I can tell you where it goes. It goes over here. I'm going to speed up because it's miles out of the map. And here you are. Let's slow it down a bit. So there you go. This is where the snake goes. So the first snake here that you see at the front, that is the snake that comes out of the... I wish it wouldn't make that noise. That's the snake that comes out of the statue's mouth. And then the snake that you see here is the one that comes out of the grates. But of course it gets the rest of its body, which is currently cut off. But yes, there you go. And there's the cutscenes, of course, that you see throughout. And here's Force, who you obviously see with the sword. And then this is the part where he goes and attacks the eyes, of course. And then here's a bit where Harry holds Ginny. And to be honest, it looks really weird in this animation. And of course, if you've ever watched my mod video where I made everyone Harry, then it's a very interesting experience. In fact, it's hilarious. I highly recommend that you go and watch that video and just watch this fight sequence with the cutscenes and so on, because you will get to see a fat Harry, a Forks Harry, a Tom Riddle Harry, a Ginny Harry. There's all sorts of Harrys, and it's a very interesting sequence. It really spices up the, you know, the feeling. Also, there are these weird lights that show up on the statue, but you only see them outside the map. They're basically like part of the wall. You can see it up here, sort of. There you go. So it's like the wall's colour. And also, for those of you that are wondering, in here where Forks comes out of, Forks basically just loads up briefly in here. I'm trying to get a good look at it from the ceiling. There we go. So he basically just loads up inside there, and then he flies out by, you know, the cutscene triggering him, and that's that. Yeah, there's nothing else otherwise to show. So there you go. Let's jump into the final boss fight. The final fight of the game. I love this part of this. It's just so, like, it obviously doesn't happen at all, you know, in the actual game and that, but it's really cool that it's there. It's just something different, you know, and I like it when games do something different. You don't have to be 100% accurate to the book or 100% accurate to the film. It's actually doing something different all around, where you can be kind of your own unique thing, and I like it when they do that. Now, of course, it's good to have stuff from the films and the books in it as well, of course. But it's nice when games actually take their own approach as well. Because then, like with the older games here, you've got a book approach, you've got a film approach, and then you've got a game approach. Everyone has their own unique style, and that's really cool. I like that. Which, unfortunately, with the later on games, you don't get that. It's all basically just the film approach, really, and that's it. It's just a shame. I miss it when it was like a approach from all angles. Or in the case of Goblet of Fire, it's an attempt to do the film, but at the same time somewhat the game's own unique thing, only completely failing at it because it's a terrible game. Also, in case you hadn't noticed, I did put the poll back up which says, you know, if you want me to make a guide on how to optimize HP4 on PC, then you can go and vote for that if you want to see it. I'm not going to make that guide, by the way, unless it gets a good amount of votes, because it's kind of a pain in the ass to make anyway. And also, it's not a very good game, and I'm only going to do it at the demands there, because obviously I want to see demands for the game really to be, you know, cared about at all. Because of course, I don't care about it otherwise, really. Because I don't particularly like the game. I know that most people don't like it, so is it worthwhile making a guide for something that nobody really wants to play? You'll get the angle I'm coming from. Basically, I'm limited on time. I need to make the most of that time. So if people want to see it, I'll do it. But I need to see the demand for it. There's been a good amount of demand so far, but it'd be nice to see more. Yeah, boy.
Ginny! Ginny, please wake up!
She won't wake.
Tom? Tom Riddle?
She's still alive, but only just. Little Ginny's been writing in my old diary for months. She poured out her soul to me. It made me stronger until I had enough power to pour a little of my soul back into her.
What do you mean?
Ginny we opened the Chamber of Secrets, just as I had long ago, before I became Lord Voldemort.
No!
It is me, Harry. Ginny told me all about you. I'm afraid that your second-year magic tricks will be worthless against the power of the greatest sorcerer in the world.
The greatest sorcerer in the world, Albus Dumbledore.
Dumbledore is gone! Now I'm going to teach you a lesson. Let's match the powers of Tom Riddle, heir of Slytherin, against the famous Harry Potter. That's a phoenix.
Forks!
I was trying to load the chat up on my phone, but it won't load, so I can't do it that way, sadly.
Dumbledore, no doubt afraid to come himself. Well, it won't save you, Harry Potter.
Don't ask me why it's not loading up on the phone either, but whatever.
Speak to me, Slytherin, greatest of the Hogwarts Four.
I tried.
Kill him!
I can never take this cutscene seriously anymore after seeing Phoenix Harry. It's too much.
Still smell the boy. You can still kill him.
Kill him now! No. Hell yeah, I'm playing this game on hard. Oh, that was close. Yeah, and he's dead. Kill that boy! Oh, by the way, sorry, I meant to mention this earlier. I had a load of people saying, like, on my guide video for Chamber, and just in general, always asking me this, saying, is there a way to make the game harder because it's a really easy game? And the answer is yes. And while there are all these people out there that would tell you that you need to go into the game INI file in order to change the difficulty of the game, I don't know why people are telling you this. I mean, yes, you can change it in there, but you could just do it in here. It's in this one, I think, isn't it? Yeah, so you can change it in here. See, there you go. Just change the difficulty like that. Obviously, it's a bit hard to see. I appreciate that because of the menu, but yeah, you can just change it in there. And there you go. That's all it takes. So I'm not sure why people are telling you to go to an INI file that you don't have to go to in order to do it, because you really don't have to do that. Why? Die already. Thank you. Ow. Thanks for that. It's alright, we got a ton of potions, no need to worry. Oh. Oi. Give me a chance. I'll see if I can quickly show you. Hang on. Oh, did I get it in time? Nah. So, like I said earlier, he sort of goes in here, the basilisk, and then will basically appear back in that room. It's really difficult to time it, so you can see him inside the drain still. But, yeah, anyway, there you go. Ooh, okay, he wasn't going to do it for once. Alright, fair play. Boom. Oh, he's actually still doing it. I didn't think he was going to do it. Come on, open this crate. Boom. Yeah, boy. Oh my god. Talk about making it a bit difficult for me to escape. Jeez. What? How did that not hurt it? Did she just hit it full on? Thank you. Hell yeah, run. Run. Quickly. Ooh. Jesus Christ. So difficult to avoid that when it's all over the room. Like, look at it, it's everywhere. It's literally impossible to avoid it. It's ridiculous. I don't think I can go fast enough to actually avoid that. Go on, move out of the way and go into the spot where I can kill you. Fully kill you. And dead. Anyway, so you wanted to see what it was like when you changed difficulty. There you go. Yeah. But anyway, yes, there is an easy way to change difficulty. So all these people that tell you would change it in an INI file, yes, you can do that. But why? You could just do it in the game anyway. It's just very silly. Obviously, people don't really use their eyes very often and look at the menu of the game. I don't know. Anyway, he's super happy, as you can tell.
Harry, oh Harry, I wanted to tell you. It was me, Harry. But I swear I didn't mean to. Riddle made me do it.
It's all right. Riddle's finished. Come on, Ginny. Let's get out of here.
Just said Ginny twice there. It's like, come on, Gin. It's like, what?
Professor Dumbledore, I thought you'd been suspended.
Lucius Malfoy had threatened to curse the board if they didn't remove me. But they decided to stand up to it. Now that the heir is gone and the basilisk is destroyed, they know Hagrid is innocent too. He'll be back in his hut soon.
What about Lucius Malfoy? Will he cause any more trouble?
I doubt it. We can assume it was him who got the diary to Ginny. He daren't do it again unless he wants the Ministry of Magic after him.
About Professor Lockhart, I'm afraid he's lost his memory.
Oh dear. What will he think about now that he can't think about himself?
Just don't give his job to Professor Snape. He's too, valuable as a potions teacher.
You've all performed brilliantly. It must have been a terrible experience.
It was.
We spent much more time in the girls' bathroom than I would
That wasn't a
like.
bad bit.
Being petrified
Gnome
was awful,
died.
but I learned a great deal from it.
It got
I'm not
absolutely
just taking much
massacred
extra
by
credit.
ectoplasm
When you've got
stuff
your
from the
friends to help you,
basilisk.
You can accomplish anything, and nothing
pretty
is
rough.
too awful. Well, almost nothing. Looking like Goyle came close.
There's a banquet waiting for you downstairs. What do you propose for the first toast?
To friendship.
Loyalty.
And courage, but to friendship most of all.
To Harry Fawkes.
The rest of the final term passed in a haze of blazing sunshine. Hogwarts was back to normal, with only a few small differences. Defense against the dark arts classes were cancelled, and Lucius Malfoy had been sacked as a school governor. Draco was no longer strutting around the school as though he owned the place. On the contrary, he looked resentful and sulky. On the other hand, Ginny Weasley was perfectly happy again.
Really?
This
Last
is
time I
our
looked at
last
her model, she didn't look too happy.
The only thing left to do is the House Cup ceremony in the Great Hall.
If you have anything you want to do at Hogwarts, you'd better do it before you go to the House Cup
I
ceremony.
love the way that Ron just legs it. He's like, yeah, I want to go and see who wins. Screw you. Wait, what? Hang on a minute. How the hell did that happen? What's going on? Is there like a problem with Streamlabs today or something? That can't be. There's got to be something to do with the What? Okay. Well, I've got some news for everyone. I can see the entire chat now. Only took to the end of the Basilisk fight for me to finally be able to see it. God knows what's fixed it, by the way. I haven't got a clue. So I can read all your messages. I have no idea what's just made that happen, but yeah. Anyway, I couldn't load it on the phone earlier. I was trying to do that and that didn't work, so I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I can read all your messages now, so I can actually keep up to date with it. It only took, what, like an hour and 30 minutes for this to work. For God's sake. This is just not cool. This is one of those like moments where Streamlabs or the game is just deliberately trying to screw me over just for the sake of screwing me over. Brilliant. Anyway, let me read the chat. I still can't scroll up, by the way, so if there are any chats that I missed, then yeah, I've missed those. But I can read everything else now that's on the screen. Right, anyway. That attack was just murder. The thing is, it was like, if you put that bit on hard, it's bloody hard. And especially if you don't have like all the wizard cards to give you all the health, you are stuffed. Also, I saw somebody mention something about the potion earlier, as to why I was able to make infinite of them. Basically, there's a bug in the game where if you get ingredients and you approach the potion at a certain angle, and you just keep approaching at that angle, it will keep making them forevermore. You have to guess the angle for the most part usually, but it works and it's great. And there's Mrs. Norris. So there you go. Surprised I survived. Orange, I always survive. Don't question it. I will always survive. Isn't the venom just retextured ectoplasm? Yes. As I mentioned a minute ago, the snake just destroyed me with ectoplasm. So basically, it's the scourge ectoplasm just changed from green to be purple. It is literally that, yes. It's a reused asset again, but changed in a more colourful way. Oh my god. Don't suggest that. Don't suggest the difficulty option for the PlayStation 2 version for the prefix. Christ, they're annoying enough as it is. Also, I want to mention something about the PS2 version here while we're at it, because nobody knows about this, and I should have put this in my 4K playthrough. I completely forgot about it at the time, but that's mainly because I was never caught while playing it. But if you actually do get, you know, like spotted and they chase after you and they're about to cast Lotocoda Mortis or whatever it is at you, or what is it? Is it Lotomotor Mortis? Something like that. Anyway, if they're about to cast that at you, if you have learned Expelliarmus when you learn it from Defense Against Dark Arts, when they cast that spell at you, you can actually reflect their spell back at them. So when they cast that, if you do Expelliarmus, it'll backfire that at them. So then they start standing there waving their arms around and getting stuck. So it gives you a chance to run away. Of course, if you have multiple prefects at once trying to attack you, yeah, you're screwed. But, you know, if you have at least one or two and you do that and they're in the right angles, then yeah, you can basically attack them with their own spell. Just a subtle hint for those of you that are actually trying to explore, because I know nobody knows that. So yeah, in case you ever play that game again, try it. Obviously you got to time it well, but try it. It actually is very helpful. Of course, if you learn all the spots where the prefects go anyway, like I have now, then it's a little different because you can just do it anyway. But, you know, for those of you that don't know them and you just want to try it out, go ahead, give it a go. It makes a difference. F to pay respect for the gnome. Yeah, that gnome had a real rough time. Feel sorry for him. Hey Phil, welcome man. You've come in literally when the chat has just repaired itself. So I can actually read your message. How you doing, man? It's good to see you here. Phil, stop trolling, mate. Anyway, what was I going to do? I said I was going to do some of the Quidditch, which I despise, but go on, I'll do it for you all. Don't say I don't put myself through torture for nothing. And then I guess I'll do some of the dueling. I can't be asked to do all the dueling. But I'll do some of it, and then I'll show you some of the levels that you don't get to explore around. And I guess we should buy the stuff from these two.
What do you have? I have Quidditch armor, just like the Chudley Cannons wear.
Press on the yes button to accept the trade, or the no button to decline.
500. Absolute extortion, mate. Rip off.
I'm sure you'll be happy with your purchase, Harry.
I better be.
Harry, I haven't got anything to sell you at the moment.
Mate, that's like the price of a PS5.
What do you have?
I have a Nimbus 2001, the best model available to the general public.
Oh yes, that is cool, by the way, that you can explore the classrooms at night on the PlayStation 2 version of Chamber of Secrets. That is awesome. 700? Are you serious? Phil, you weren't here earlier, I don't think, when I mentioned this, but I know you probably don't know this. Despite doing your review recently for Chamber of Secrets with the PlayStation 2. So I will explain it to you because why not? So, you know the night segments, basically, where you have to sneak past all the prefects. Did you know, and basically nobody knows this, that when they cast Locomotor Mortis at you, which is like where they lock you up and make you like wave your hands around and so on, that you can actually reflect it back at them. So if you've learned Expelliarmus when you go to Defense Against Dark Arts and learn that, if you actually use that when they cast that spell at you, you can then reflect that spell back at them, so then it basically affects them in the same way it would affect you. So then, you know, they're stuck. And it gives you a chance to escape and run away. I know you probably don't know that, because nobody knows that, but hey, I thought I'd tell you. There you go, something new for you to learn every day. Okay, right, Quidditch, got it on me.
It's a great day for a Quidditch match.
And Trolls in the dungeon.
Day or night. Poor clumps on the pitch or ghouls in the stands. Nothing keeps the crowds away from a Quidditch match. The pitch is ready, the quaffles are polished.
Oh.
The bludgers are humming, let's play Quidditch.
Yes, I see what you mean, Orange, about the repeat of that. Don't worry about it. It's one of those jokes that was good for the time. We'll leave it at that, shall we? Oh my god. Hello there. Welcome to me using a mouse. You know what's funny about this? I could pretty much just do this. There you go. So I'm not even going to move. Should we just do this for the whole thing? Let's see if he actually works. Is he going to attack me? Go on. Is he going to do anything? No, there we go. I still haven't used the mouse yet. Other than, like, obviously for kicking. There we go. We're not moving at all. Let's see if we can complete this without moving. This will prove how easy this Quidditch is. Oh, he's back. Okay. If he gets a bit closer to me. Go on, mate. A bit closer. Yeah, there we go. No, there we go. There we go. Mouse like this for the entire thing. That's how easy this Quidditch is. It's ridiculous. It takes the piss, quite frankly. Everyone always asks me if I'm ever going to do something with Quidditch World Cup. Probably. I don't know whether to like record Quidditch World Cup or stream it. It's a difficult one because the thing is, I know people would like me to record it because they like the fact that I do all the Harry Potters at 4K, 60 frames. But at the same time, Quidditch World Cup is one of those games that I feel like it'd be more fun to live stream it rather than just record it. But I don't know. I can do it at any point, by the way. It's just more I don't know what to do with it. I know that people want to see it though. So yeah, I might do. We'll see. PC version is the best version. It is. We all know this. You're not wrong there, Phil. You're not wrong. Yeah, I suppose so.
It's a great day for a
But
Quidditch
we're not
match.
playing Mario Party,
Rain or
Phil.
shine, day or night.
Unless
Poor clumps on
Mario
the pitch
is
or
hidden
ghouls
in this
the
game
stands.
somewhere and I just haven't found him yet.
Keeps the crowds away
It's
from a
possible.
Quidditch match.
You know, I can't be bothered to hear this a bazillion times. Just because I want to get this out of the way as quickly as possible, we're going to use the mouse. Unless I want to get it out of the way as quickly as possible, it's because it's really bad. So I want to get it out of the way as quickly as possible. You know what? Let's drink some tea, why not? I'd like to add that looks nothing like Cho Chang. That is meant to be Cho Chang. It looks nothing like her. I wish you could actually kick people off their brooms in this rather than just, you know, like kicking them to death. It would be more fun if you could whack them off the broom. You know, I want to see some more violence in my Quidditch. Harry Potter party game. Oh, we need that, man. We totally need it. We really need a Harry Potter party game. It could just be full of gnomes. That'd be the perfect party game right there. Actually, while we're here, I can't remember if I showed you this, Phil, before. I know I showed some people this before, but I can't remember if I showed you. Oh, he's at... Wait, what? Has he been eating these or something? I guess he has. I've only just spawned back in. Fair enough. Well, might as well get some free beans while I'm here. Come on, eat it. Thank you. Because I can't remember if I showed you this, Phil, or not. I know I mentioned it to you over Discord before, but I'll show you it anyway. So yeah. There you go, pick up a gnome. I'm just going to do a quick version of this because I can't be bothered to do a long one. Poor gnome. Where is his arm? Oh my god. What the hell has happened to his body? What have I done to him? I've like made his legs and arms go inside of his body. Oh my god, that is actually terrifying. Anyway, so yeah, if you come back up to the real world, there he is. In the lovely skybox. I'll walk over here and drop. Oh my god, there's a giant Harry. Anyway, let's. Oh, ow. Let's drop down and watch the gnome run around in the skybox. So if you get like the big gnomes as well, then because you can see they jump up, right? But if you get the big gnomes, then they jump up really high. So if you're like back in the main Hogwarts, you can see just a gnome fly through the map. It's quite cool. Come on, jump high. That'd be cool. Gonna jump high? Don't even know where he's gone. Where is he? I've actually lost. Oh, there he is. No, he's shaking his ass at me. Okay. Alright, I guess those of you that wanted the red cap twerkers, well, you get the gnome twerkers in this game. And a flat face Hagrid. Anyway, let's go. Let's do the final Quidditch. I'm just putting off the torture. Right.
It's a great day for a Quidditch match. The whole season has been pointing towards today's Quidditch match.
Episode 1 pod racer stuff. That is a good game actually. Really fun. I did prefer Racer's Revenge, the PlayStation 2 version, mainly because it had more carnage in it. But you know, they're both great games. I might have to stream those at some point. Those are so fun. Yeah, they're both good games. Really good games, actually. And then, of course, there's Bombad Racing. If anyone knows Bombad Racing, then you'll know why I'm laughing at that. Anyway, yes, there's Bombad Racing. I can tell you right now as well that that company, right, the history behind the company that made Bombad Racing and Star Wars, they were designed, that studio, in order to make educational games for basically, like, you know, the Star Wars young generation at the time. And they made Bombad Racing, and that was it. That's all they made. And then the company was made defunct after that because of how bad Bombad Racing was. So there you go. Yeah. I like the way you can just drink potions while you're on a broom. I always thought that was kind of fun. So yeah, there's a fact for you for the day. To be fair, Malfoy mate, did you see Ginny earlier in the Chamber of Secrets? Also, he keeps getting stuck on the pillars. I can't kick him. Jeez. Oh, I was hoping you would hit the rock while I pick it up. That would have been fun. Harry Potter karting. Mate, that'd be great fun.
That's it, wizards and witches. The season's over, and Gryffindor takes the Quidditch Cup this year.
He's an actual potato now, definitely. Plays the red caps and the gnomes in a Harry Potter kart race. The thing is, I could just tell what would happen. It would just be them twerking at all the other races most of the time. Anyway, thank Christ that's over. So that's the end of the Quidditch, because the Quidditch is terrible. It's boring, man. It's so boring. It's the worst Quidditch ever to exist. And actually, I take back what I said in the earlier episode, that Half-Blood Prince is worse. It's actually more fun. It's still bad, but it's actually more fun. Right, we'll do a couple of duels, and then I'm going to actually show people all the stuff that you normally don't see in the game. Actually, I can't remember how much of this goes on. Yeah, you can't see, like, past 9. Yeah, I thought it was like that. Anyway, can I jump on your head? That would be good fun. Oh. 10 beans. See, this guy knows how to do pricing, right? Let's go. Oh, I'll, this might break the duel, but I will quickly debug. Whoa! Okay, there we go.
Don't expect any special treatment from them.
God, the field of view. I hate the way it does that. Anyway, have a lovely face. Let me show you around the dueling, because why not? Also, by the way, this guy's lost his brain, but seems to be very capable of standing here. So here's the bean jar, for those of you that are wondering. And no, there are no beans inside of it. It's just a very low poly jar. Anyway, you can see outside the map. I can't remember if it's this one or a different one. Oh my god, this field of view is horrible. Maybe it's a different one. Nah, earlier on one, I think. But yeah, you can basically see outside the map the like Malfoy, you know, when you cast the snake and so on, you can see Malfoy doing that, and the snake itself and so on. So yeah, it's kind of cool. Right, this is probably going to break this. Let's see if it will work. Oh my god, what the hell have I done? Ah! Wait. It's at the wrong angle. Ah, this is weird to play. Oh my god, this is just not normal.
Potter, don't try to cheat.
Mate, I've already cheated. Oh, I won.
Fellow Gryffindor. How very disloyal.
Oh god, imagine if I landed backwards there. I would have been playing it backwards. That would have been impossible. Yeah, I'm not sure I particularly like that. The field of view is already zoomed in enough as it is. That was weird. I've never tried a duel like that before, but hey, there you go. Oh, I love it when people meme in the chat. That's like what the chat is for. It's all for the memes and red cap twerks and stuff.
May I now introduce
Harry Potter Tycoon game would have been great fun.
Ravenclaw.
Build your own theme
So
park.
well when
Jesus,
things are handed to you, Potter?
that's a terrible joke.
Expelliarmus! 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 Expelliarmus!
Don't let that go to your head, Potter.
Expelliarmus! Expelliarmus!
I actually have to concentrate for this now, because one more hit and I die. Right. Yeah, Harry Potter Tycoon would be a different one. Fred enjoys building all manner of weird things. It'd be kind of cool, actually. That's an interesting one, actually, Phil, there. Whether the value of beans increase or decrease over the summer. I don't know. That's a good question. I assume they would decrease, though, because you're kind of going back to normal life again. Maybe not. I don't know. That's an interesting fact for the day. Phil always comes in with the interesting facts. I can always rely on him for that one, all the time. Also, we have multiple projects in the works, myself and Phil. I know I mentioned last time that we're doing a Harry Potter thing, which is still very much in the building stage, shall we say. But hey, you know, you'll see it eventually. Got to make it as awesome as possible before we release it. But I'm also doing something else with him. I'll let him share any more details if he wishes to share any more details on that front. So yeah, if he wants to talk about that, then this is your chance to advertise it in the chat, Phil. But otherwise, you don't have to. No.
Hufflepuff will today beat, Duel, the famous Harry Potter.
I love the way Snape is just a complete arse in this game.
Pay attention, or Potter will take the match.
Expelliarmus! Expelliarmus!
I don't
Expelliarmus!
believe you actually beat Hufflepuff. Must be a fluke.
Stupid thoughts that escape your brain. I disagree. They're very important facts. I have done the Gryffindor challenge, Orange. Yes, I did. I did that earlier on. I did it in the past stream. I did also earlier on explain about the fact that I found like the way to open the door properly for that without having to use debug and so on, and explained if you wanted to do that for yourself without using debug to get into that challenge, then down in the description of the live stream there's a guide that I made that explains how to do that. So yeah, there you go. But I've already done the challenge, so we're not doing it in this episode because we've already done it. I'm only going to do this whole line and then we're going to stop because dueling's not that fun, if I'm honest.
Today, Potter, you will have the pleasure of dueling the great Slytherin. Let that Potter get to you.
Strike him back. It's like a Star Wars quote.
Has beaten Slytherin. How disappointing.
I like the subtle hint there. Something to do with the not so best Lord of the Rings game. Mate, what are you talking about? We all know it's a masterpiece. An absolute masterpiece. That is possibly the hardest Lord of the Rings game of all time to get to work on PC. Yeah. It's a masterpiece. What can I say? It was built in an engine where only 4 other games were built in that engine because the engine was such a failure. It really says a lot for this game, doesn't it? Oh dear.
Potter, you will now duel a member of your own team.
Thank you.
Expelliarmus!
See, Nimble Wimble exists in this, but it's just completely pointless. There's no point in even using it. There's no point in even using Rich's Emperor either. And there's absolutely no point in deflecting Nimble Wimble, because all it does is just stun them. I mean, yes, you could do Nimble Wimble stun and then quickly do Rich's Emperor, but like, why? You could just do Expelliarmus, it's way better. So it's literally the go-to strategy for this. Grand Slam Tennis, Harry Potter edition. It's what that might as well have been. We're not going to do any more of the duels because it's not fun. After a while, it gets pretty boring. There's like the thing about this game is it's an incredible game, but its side modes, i.e. the Quidditch and also the dueling, are just so boring and repetitive. They're really just not good. That's the only thing that would make me give this game a 9 out of 10.
It's good to see you again, Harry.
Do 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 do. Don't try to cheat. Use the full health cheat. Yeah, that's what I would love to do all the time. It's not like I have a bazillion potions. I mean, I've got 88 of them, for Christ's sake. 93 now. Right, now we're going to get on to the really exciting part of this stream, because this is the part that everyone has been begging me to do. So we're going to do it. So we saved it there. Tell you what, before we go, I will just briefly explain it again for those of you that weren't here earlier, and seeing as Orange mentioned it. I've obviously done the challenge, so we're not going to play the challenge right now because it's done. But like I said, if you go in the description, myself and another content creator basically spent the time trying to get this door to open up properly rather than using the debug mode that everyone's been using for years. We managed to succeed with that. So if you want to be able to go and play the game and just walk up to this door and it will open for you like this, then go down in the description, look up that guide, it will teach you how to do it. It's a really simple thing to do. Once you do it, boom, it will be like this forevermore. And my advice is make sure you've learned every single spell before you do this, because that challenge requires every single spell. Anyway, I've said that way too many times. So there you go, for any that were not there beforehand. Okay, so here's the exciting part of the stream. This is where we're going to visit some of the levels that basically you go to in cutscenes, but you don't actually get to walk around and explore. So I'm going to show you some of the secrets in those levels. Also, like some of these you never actually go to, so I'm just going to show you them anyway. But anyway, so we're going to go, let's see, what should we do first? Let's go. God, so small in 4K. Give me a minute, I just need to squint at my screen. Jules. Ah, yes. We'll do this one. Oh, sorry, not that one. That one first. Okay, so here you go. This one is entry. And yep, it's an entry, alright. So basically, the point of this room was it was like a prototype, if you like, of loading up what the entrance hall would be like and how the door would work and so on. It's really early, and most of it was probably deleted anyway that they used, and they just kept this for the sake of keeping the texture for what they wanted later on. This texture is also from the Philosopher's Stone game, in case you were wondering. It's just a reused texture. But yeah, so the whole purpose of this level is really a testing ground level for making doors work and so on, and in particular the entrance hall bit. And yeah, well, it's just this one room. There you go. There's nothing else outside this map. It's just the one room. Yeah, you can walk around in it, and that's that. Anyway, so that's the most boring one out of the way. Oh, here we go. Let me get that up. Thank you. Right. Yes, this one's actually a bit more exciting. And look, there's Filch. So, for those of you that are wondering what this level is, this level is the flying forward angular cutscene bit. So you know, like at the beginning of the game, where you see the forward angular flying, and then eventually it like almost collides with a plane. That's this entire cutscene here. So this is actually a gigantic map, and there are loads of random secrets in it. So of course you've got Ron. Now it makes sense for Ron to be here, of course, because he's in the car with Harry anyway. Filch, I assume the reason Filch is here is because there was going to be something related to Filch later on with the Whomping Willow that just got cut. And that's why his character's loaded here, unless they just wanted it in an easy spot to find. So there's that. I'm going to use page up on this level because it's really big. When I say it's really big, I mean it's freaking massive. Anyway, so those are like the sort of designs of the cities, and they actually glow, which looks pretty funky. Now there's a character out here who's super difficult to see, but you can just see him in the distance. I'll show you the forward angular first of all. So here you go, this is where the forward angular starts off. Let's just do that quick. Obviously you can't see anything in it. And I did mention this in previous episodes, and I know that a modder in the community managed to make this work. Sort of. It doesn't work really well, but it somewhat works. Originally this level was planned so that you would actually fly the forward angular yourself in the PC version of the game. So the reason this is down here is because you would start off down here and then you would fly up in the sky yourself. This was cut, of course, in favour of just doing a cutscene instead. What you can see from what that modder did do to like make it work again is that the controls look quite bad for it, to be honest. And yeah, it doesn't work very well, but hey, you know, he managed to make it somewhat work, which is cool. But yeah, it was a cut design idea for the level. So there you go. That's one of the reasons why this map is so big, by the way, because you're actually meant to be flying in it. So the only game you can currently fly in is the PS1 version. But there you go. And then if we come over here, here you go. You can see our little hidden man himself, Professor Snape. And yep, Snape is quite literally just chilling out outside the map because, you know, why not? He's probably, again, the reason he's here is because of the Whomping Willow part, because normally Snape finds them at the Whomping Willow part. So I assume that the reason he's here is because they were originally going to have him for that, along with Filch. Of course, that was scrapped. So he's just here for the sake of being here now. But there you go. So that's Snape. And then let's head over. Oops, didn't mean to do that. So there's not a ton more to show particularly. I don't think there were any other characters as far as I'm aware that are outside the map in this. There might be, but I don't think there are. I don't remember where they are, if they are around. Trying to see if I can find the plane for you all. Obviously, this is the section where it goes really white on your screen, right? And then you see the plane fly in. As far as I'm aware, the plane is somewhere. Why can't I find it? Where is it? Where's the plane? Oh, I'm having trouble finding the plane. This is really helpful. Probably not going to find it now, am I? Knowing my luck, I probably won't find the plane. I'm loving that. Why can't I find the plane? It's really annoying. Okay, no, I'm not going to find the plane. Oh well. Anyway, you all know what the plane does anyhow. It just comes along and that's that. So, yeah. Right. Let's... here we go. Thank you. So there's that one. Let's just do that quick. Privet Drive. That's one of the more fascinating ones that people like to see. Why will you not let me click it? Let me select it. Have I like completely broken the game? I think I might have done. There you go, Harry. Come on. There we go. Right. Sorry about that. I'm trying to get the thing to work properly. Anyway, I'll quickly catch up on the chat. Sorry, I've been showing you all these things. Sorry, I didn't notice that you were going, Jasper. That's fine. Anyway, it was nice for you to stick around. I'm sure you've probably gone, but hey, I will see you all in. I'll see you, Jasper, even in the next one. Thanks for coming over, though. It was cool seeing you. And thanks for all the memes. True. Alright, let's show you around Diagon Alley. So, the interesting thing about Diagon Alley is actually the shops. Like, you know, they exist, but they're all just in this, like, oh, thanks for that. They're all in this one area, of course. But some of them actually have interiors to them. There you go. Obviously, it's nothing fascinating, but hey, they have interiors to them. For the sake of having interiors. And then, of course, you've got Borgin and Burke's. That Borgin and Burke's? What am I thinking? Not Borgin and Burke's. Is it Borgin and Burke's? I think it might be Borgin and Burke's. I can't remember now. Anyway, Lockhart's place. So here you go. This is like what you see in the cutscene. Obviously, you don't really get to see these rooms very often. So here's a better look at the rooms. And here's Lucius Malfoy hiding out in one of them. He normally appears like here and walks over. And of course, here's the upper areas where you would normally see the students standing around, as you can sort of see, just chilling out up here normally. And then over here, we have another one, which is where you have like the cutscene change positions. So you've got different spots for Lockhart, as you can see. And then, of course, you've got Lucius Malfoy with Ginny Weasley and the diary. Basically, it flips between the two areas during it. So, yeah, there you go. It's a little bit of a secret of flipping around the areas. But anyway, that's pretty much all there is to the Diagon Alley bit itself. But if we come over here, we got the whole Privet Drive area, which is pretty cool. And up here, we can show you some things. So, here's the logo that you see up in the sky. Some of you will probably recognise this from the very start of the game, and then of course you have Hedwig, although Hedwig is currently in a pose, sitting there, but normally Hedwig would fly over, of course. But yes, that's that bit. And if you're wondering what these giant wall textures here are, those are actually the textures, although you were originally meant to see them in the game, you now see them outside of the game, where it would say EA Games, you know, published the game, and then of course Warner published the game, made the game even, and then you have Warner Brothers who published the game. So yeah, you would have that on those, and that's why they're there. That's their entire purpose of existing, and there's some coding underneath them. So here's Privet Drive. Now the fascinating thing about Privet Drive itself is when you find Harry's house specifically, you can find some pretty cool secrets hiding around. So of course you can normally see this in the game now if you put it into widescreen. You can see over the fence is Hagrid with Ron as well. So here's Hagrid just chilling out, and same with Ron in the next door neighbour's garden. So yeah, there you go. You can see them there. And again, I assume the reason Ron is there is because of the forward angular bit. I have no idea why Hagrid's there. I don't have a clue. And then as for this bit, you can see Dobby, who obviously appears in the main cutscene, of course, at the beginning. And there he is. He just chills out in another neighbour's garden. Don't ask me why, but you know, he's chilling out in the neighbour's garden. And here's Harry's room. We can walk around as well. And yeah, you can see Harry in the mirror. It looks kind of cool. And actually, he's an accurate representation of what's going on in the mirror as well. I like that. But yeah, so there you go. There's a proper mirror that works. And there's Harry's room, just in general for you. That pillow is also very flat. But yes, so that is the whole of Harry's room. And I think, where are you? I know it's somewhere in here, if I can remember where. You can, I'm pretty sure, find the car. Where is it? I know the car's hiding somewhere. Oh, here it is, yes. So across the street you can find the car. And there's the car. Just chilling out, you know, in the background. And of course that appears in the cutscene later on anyway. So there you go. And that's pretty much all there is to the Privet Drive area. So nothing too over the top fascinating, but hey, people wanted to see it, so there you go. And yeah, you can walk around in it properly as well, which is quite neat. Now, I don't think there's really much else to show particularly. I can show you the startup bit, because why not? Oops, this one. There we go. So this is the startup bit. Yep, it's literally the startup. This is the area that you get when you start up the game, basically. Obviously, you won't see this, but this is what you start up in. So, yeah, you start up in a load of code. Anyway, that's the entirety of the level. There's literally nothing else to it. But there you go. And then finally, is there anything else worthwhile? Oh, yeah, the transition, actually. Yeah, so this is a level that you never actually get to walk around in, but people will probably recognize it. So here you go. So when you have like these small little story segments that explain what's going on in the story, like when Mrs. Norris is petrified for the first time and there's like a little bit of explaining in the story, this is the level that it aims at, where it just shows part of the school and just sort of gives you a cool look around. So here you go. I'll speed it up a little bit. But yeah, there you go. These are all the different like little bits that you see, and you get a different one each time, by the way. You see one of those segments go along. So it's basically just pretty much a different segment each time. And I think there's 3 of them, possibly 4. I can't quite remember now off the top of my head. Segments that you see as you go along. And yeah, well, really, that's all there is to it. And it's just a very nice looking wall in some ways, but there you go. There's the wall, and it does look quite neat. But there you have it. So there's that one, and then finally, what I'm going to show you is Quidditch intro. Quidditch. Let's go for the intro. Alright, so the reason I'm showing you the Quidditch one, and I'm going to speed this one up, is because normally, and I'm pretty sure it's this one, you can see multiple Quidditch stadiums like outside of it. Hopefully this is the right one, and also there's the default texture of Gryffindor and stuff outside. So we can go over here and look at these funky little things outside the map. They're basically just skyboxes. So the first one is the skybox, of course, that you see around you. The other one is a size bad, but it's basically just like the cutscene that you would normally see. And yes, this is the one I wanted. Over here, you can see the box with all the different characters just chilling out in it. So these are all the different characters. I can't really easily go around the place like properly. I've got like bear controls right now. But yeah, you can fly around in here if you want right now, like me. But this shows you every single character and so on. And you can actually damage other characters as well, which is kind of cool. I like that. I think you can do the same for the Slytherin team. Let me... Yeah, you can. So there you go. Anyway, so yeah, there you have it. There's the whole the Quidditch teams just chilling out over here. And of course, the green bit is basically the textures that you would see on the floor. So there's that, and I think, let me speed it up again, you might be able to see it over here. Or was it a different one? Oh. Nah, a different one. It's a different one. I'm not going to bother showing it because it's not that fascinating, but basically you can see like all the different stadiums that you actually compete in throughout the game. So yeah, it's pretty funky that, and I like that. So there you go. Anyway, I'll show you how the Quidditch was originally going to be in this game, which is like this. So if you remember back in the days, I can't use speed up or slow down unfortunately because it didn't exist in this. But yeah, back in the days of Philosopher's Stone, you could basically control the broom yourself and go any direction you want in the level. And this is basically what you can do here in Chamber. And this is what they were originally going to go for until they decided to go with the on rails movement instead, which of course is terrible, and I don't know why they chose to change that other than to make it really simple for people, which is just sad because this is the better one. But there you go, they got rid of this and I find that very sad. But yeah, here you go. So that's what Quidditch was originally meant to be like, and there you have it. Anyway, we'll leave it at that, I think. So what we'll do is just make sure I don't die. Where's the entrance hall? When I can find it. That one. Okay. Right. What we'll do is we will end the game now, like properly end it with the final cutscene for you all. And then that'll be it, really. Like I said, we're not going to do the rest of Duelling, because why not? Here we go.
Attention, please. Students, attention. The headmaster wants to address you.
No.
Silence. It isn't too late to lose house points, you know.
This House Cup ceremony brings the school year to an end, and an eventful year it was. Without further ado, I shall now present the cup to the Hogwarts house with the most points.
Think we'll take it again this year?
After you and Harry saved Hogwarts, I should think so.
In fourth place, Ravenclaw.
Thank you for not saying last place.
In third place, Hufflepuff.
Thank you. We find in the middle to be quite adequate.
And now for the second place house.
It'll be you, Gryffindors. You're naturally second best. You won't steal the house cup from Slytherin like you did last year.
After barely escaping disqualification, Slytherin.
What? That means...
First place, and the house cup goes to Gryffindor.
Yes! We did it!
We're not done just yet. You all thought we were. So, I thought I'd just quickly show you outside the boundaries of the final ending cutscene, because obviously the ending cutscene hall has its own little spot. So here you go, and if you go into like ghost mode, then you will only see one student just chilling out. Hagrid there, and of course these chests, which you can't open, by the way. And yeah, that's it. And then over here, you can come along and see all the students and that chilling out in this room, where you've got like the main cutscene itself happening, of course. And a really cool decoration I might add as well. Flitwick on a table. I like the way she also is standing on a stool in order to make her look tall. I find that quite funny. But yeah, then they've got, of course, the chest there. And yeah, well, there you go. Now, if you're wondering why Hagrid is on his own over here, it's because I think they were originally planning to do the whole thing where Hagrid would come back, you know, after he got taken away to Azkaban for a bit. And do that scene in the hall. But, mate, it was scraps. So, yeah, there you go. But anyway, that's all there really is to it. I'll show you this quickly because why not? Speed it up a bit. Here you go. A room full of doors. Yeah, literally, the whole point of this room is to just show all the different kinds of doors you can see. Unfortunately, it's quite dark and I can't just cast a spell to make them lighter, so sorry about that. But there you go. There's all the doors. And that's all there is to it. So let me go back over and just land in here. I'll land on Malfoy's head to celebrate the moment. And there you have it. Then there's just the ending credits, which you can't debug out of and go and do weird things for. Anyway, there you go. So that shows off everything for Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets for the PC of its main game anyway. And all the secrets, of course, as well throughout the game and so on. And yeah, I mean, there you go. You guys asked for this series. You asked to see it in its slightly different form with like all the secrets shown and that you wouldn't normally find. So there you go. You got it all. And that's really all there is to the series. Like I said, I might do in the future a prototype build version of it, which I probably will, but it won't be for a while. But yeah, it will show off some of the differences between the two. And yeah, well, that's it really. Now, for the next stream, I'm probably going to do a different game. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do yet, but a different game. So there you go. I'll do this quickly so it doesn't quit the game. But anyhow, yeah, I think you'll find out what I'm going to stream, to be honest. I might do for a little while a bit more of a mixture between different games for streaming. Maybe not. I'll think about it. But what I will say is that I'm planning to potentially be streaming tomorrow. So that will probably be the next stream tomorrow. And hopefully we're going to get some more streams more consistently throughout each day at the moment. However, I will look at the performance of this stream and just see how well it's done number wise and so on, to see if the time that I chose was a good enough time that worked for everyone or not. If it didn't work that well, then I'm going to change the time again and I'll put it a little bit later or a little bit earlier, depending on what I feel like doing there. And yeah, well, anyway, I guess we'll see. But of course, I'll update you on the tomorrow's stream in the community tab of my channel. So if you want to keep up to date with that, check it out there. But other than that, I appreciate everyone for coming out to the stream today. It was awesome having you all there. And I also appreciate that trying to get through the chat was a bit slow today due to whatever happened to it. It's like a general bug or whatever that just covered half of it. So I am sorry about that. That was the first time we've ever had that happen. But anyway, it's gone now. And it was what it was. But hey, we did what we did. So yeah, anyhow, we probably won't have that with many other games in the future, because most games are pretty simple to deal with on PC. This is a bit different. But anyhow, yeah, that's the end of Chamber of Secrets on PC. So I appreciate you all coming out for this, and thank you for supporting it, and especially the last stream as well. Thank you for the support on that. That's done very, very well. So I will, I guess, see you all tomorrow then. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm glad you all came out, and I will see you all tomorrow.